Another example of a teacher in the classroom, and like TikTok is so interesting, man, because it has emboldened a lot of people to just out themselves as what it is that they do. Look, man, no matter what position that you have in life in your profession, you're certainly not you're not bound to just being positionless. Let's say that, as far as like your political issues, social issues, or whatever. But the fact that y'all are utilizing children, like ages K through 3 specifically, and using them to put this gender shit is just, it's bizarre for sure. But it's not even like stuff that's under the hood. Like, we're not talking about shit under the hood. We're talking about people that are outing themselves on fucking social media websites. So we're going to listen to this guy real quick and what it is that he had to say, or what he has to say regarding another one. Gender, sexuality, whatever you want to call it. Let's just listen in real quick. See what he got to say.
And something cool about me, Miss Hammond? All right. So something that's really cool and unique about who I am is that I am transgender. So we touched a little bit about that at the beginning.
These guys are obsessed with their sexuality. Imagine me. You know what's cool about me? Cool and unique? You know what's cool and unique about me? I'm a black man. The fuck?
Of this week in the book that Miss Hammond read, but I'm going to give you my explanation about what it means to be transgender as well. So when babies are born, the doctor looks at them and they make a guess about whether the baby is a boy or a girl.
All right, well, if they're, all right, let's all right, guys, if we have doctors that are guessing, like they're delivering babies and they actually don't know what it is that they are, we got some problems. I don't know what back alley doctor or whatever y'all are dealing with, but we got problems if they can't identify, or rather they're guessing, which means they can't actually identify. Now, that's BS aside. What this person is essentially saying that doesn't matter. What they say that they are, the doctors that deliver these babies, what they say that they are is it may not be it. It's essentially what it is that he's saying. Well, we know that's a bunch of fucking nonsense. Jesus Christ.
On what they look like. And most of the time, that guess is 100% correct. There are no issues whatsoever. But sometimes the doctor is wrong. The doctor makes an incorrect guess. When the doctor makes a correct guess, that's when a person is called cisgender. When a
that term cisgender is, again, I don't understand it, and I didn't when it started being used more regularly among blue-haired weirdos. That will say it like on Twitter and stuff. We're like, cisgender, what the fuck is that? And it turns out it's just like a normal person. Like I said, guys, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm just going to tell you what it is. I'm not really in the business of anymore because it's gotten so ridiculous. I'm not in the business of acting as if heterosexuality is not normal. I'm not going to do that. The premise is rejected. It's such a nonsensical starting point that I'm not going to do it. Now, that doesn't mean that there ain't some of y'all that swing whatever way that y'all swing. But to act like heterosexuality needs some sort of preface as if it's abnormal, or as if it isn't the default. I'm sorry. I'm not, your premise is reject. I get it that you live in this world where, because this person's saying they're transgendered, right? So think about that. Transgendered people, to the last statistics that we saw, was like less than 1% of the fucking population. Why on earth would, and then you have like, we covered that YouGov poll, and you had people that were guessing, thinking like on an upward of just a crazy percentage of people, and it's not even anything like significant, were even gay or bisexual. But either way, like, to act like that needs to be prefaced like cisgender, like we're not normal for just being heterosexual people. I'm sorry. I reject your premise. I'm just a normal person. You're the abnormal one here. And again, abnormal doesn't mean bad. Abnormal means abnormal. You are not of the norm. And so I won't accept your language in which you act as if we're not the norm. I refuse to do that.
Doctor's guess is wrong. That's when they are transgender. So I'm a man, but when I was a baby, the doctors told my parents I was a girl.
Well, because
and so
hey,
my parents
I got news for you. That's what the reason why the doctor said you were a girl was because you were a girl. And now you have gone through steps as an adult to change that, but that doesn't mean that the doctor, or rather attempt to change that, let's say that. That doesn't mean that the doctor was wrong. That doesn't mean that the doctor got it incorrect. You just sat flat out and said that, like, I'll rewind it. Listen to what they said.
I was a girl. And so my parents gave me a name that girls typically have and bought me clothes that girls typically wear.
You were a girl.
And until I was 18 years old, everyone thought I was a girl. And this was super, super uncomfortable for me because I knew that wasn't right. The way I like to describe it is like wearing a super itchy sweater. The longer you wear it, the itchier it gets. And the only way to make the itching stop is to have everyone see and know the person that you really are. So when I was 18, I told my family and my friends.
I have no idea where he was going with that. Where them were going with that that analogy.
A boy, and it was like this huge weight had been lifted off of my shoulders, and I had the freedom to be who I truly am. And even though this experience is super challenging sometimes, it made me the person I am, and I'm super proud to be transgender.
All right, so people that are your teachers or that teach your children are going around saying that doctors are wrong. But, and not just the doctors, because you don't necessarily need a doctor unless there's something really fucked up going on with your child, which happens sometimes. It's not certainly not normal. But unless something's really messed up with the child, everybody, not just the doctor, can tell you what it is. Okay, if you're a boy or a girl, it's not. It doesn't even take the doctor to realize that, right? But you're saying, or what this person is saying, is that all of that biological fact is incorrect because you felt a different way. That's where the itchy sweater, I think, thing came from. It's like it was uncomfortable that you were being associated with what you actually were. And therefore, you went through your steps as you were 18 to attempt to change that. Whatever, that's certainly your right to do that. But again, operating as if everybody else was incorrect, that saying, well, this biological girl is a girl, you're gaslighting us here, man, or you're attempting to. You're attempting to say that we don't see what we see. Oh, man. Hey, man. Got all these damn back alley doctors out here just they don't know what the hell they talking about. They out here guessing, man. They out here guessing. All right. So because this person is someone that is K through what? It says K through, this was a identity share from Brooks School. It was a first grade teacher. This transgender person was a first grade teacher. And they're doing this Zoom call with K through second graders. And so that makes sense why the transgender person was talking like that. Like you basically dumbing it down. Okay, with that being said, why on earth are they this is the problem that people have. Why are you talking to K through second graders about this? And this is why I keep saying that they are using specifically these very young kids, right? We're not talking about this. These stories keep coming up about K through second and third graders. We're not talking about fucking 17-year-olds here. We're talking about K through second graders. And they don't even have the decency to leave even them alone. Why are you even talking to them about this? Why does that matter? Again, it's because they are using the children to validate themselves. That's what it's about. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.